All right, we're on to our final play of the day. We're going to take a painful look back at the Steelers and the Buffalo Bills. It is fourth quarter, 10 minutes, 31 seconds remain, 3rd and 6. The Pittsburgh Steelers leading 13-10. Why'd you want to pick this play? Or, well, I mean, I kind of picked the play, but why were you looking for this game?
I wanted this game because I needed to show what exactly a difference maker a defensive tackle can be, or in this case, it ends up being T.J. Watt with Heyward getting the sack. But Heyward, T.J. Watt gets the love. He's the one that just got the big contract. You know, the edge rushers always get more attention. The defensive tackles, no one ever thinks of. But Heyward owned that game. For me, he was the star of the game.
Yeah.
He destroyed single-handedly so many passing plays, whether it was getting his hands up to knock passes down, to obstruct passing lanes, if it was, just him occupying more than one offensive lineman so he could free up T.J. Watt to go one-on-one with another guy. So it really was just to show how you took what was a top 3 offense in the league last year, and you took it down to nothing. You stripped it down to nothing because of the quick penetration, the fact that you got pressure with just bringing 4, maybe sometimes even 3. McDermott mentioned that in his presser, and I loved it because he was like, someone was like, man, they really got to you with some front floor pressure on. He's like, sometimes they only brought 3.
Yeah.
Which is just like saying, offenses can't do anything if the offensive lines don't do their jobs.
Right, and the Bills' offensive line very much did not do their job.
Yeah.
A lot of people were excited for the Bills' offensive line last year, I think, and they thought it was great. It played good. I think a lot of people, last year it played better than what it had in 2019. So, but this offensive line, there's no doubt about it, needs a lot of work.
Yeah.
It needs a lot of improvement. It was just. I mean, I don't know if it was just how Pittsburgh played this weekend, but they got a lot of one-on-one. There was definitely a lot of one-on-one, and the Bills just couldn't handle it.
Yeah, well, I mean, you won't go up against many defenses that have this kind of talent on the front four.
Agreed.
So it may be a unique there, but no, the interior guards play was terrible. The tackles play was terrible. Dawkins is coming back from literally having COVID.
Yeah.
Just a few weeks ago. I mean, we all probably have heard or talked to or know of someone that had COVID, and
takes a lot out of you.
They're still dealing with stuff today, probably, right?
For sure.
So, it's not an excuse because he's out there. You know what I mean? If you're out there, you got to play.
Right.
So, I just, I've heard a lot of stuff. I had a lot of time to think about it. Just, Josh Allen this, Josh Allen that. I'm like, I don't think he was given much of a chance out there.
No. And there was just something that we talked about beforehand. He looked like he got away from a lot. Looked like he got away from his mobility factor a little bit. He started to trust his arm a little bit more, and that might have cost. I think it might have cost them this game. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah. Well, I also think Pittsburgh was such a great game plan. So last year when they played them, they blitz a considerable amount of time.
A lot. Yeah, that was we talked about this. I talked about this with somebody at work. Yeah, they set the house. Big Ben has a quick release, but they were still setting the house, and it was still rattling Big Ben. And they gave him a guy who has one of the quickest releases in the NFL, surprisingly, way too much time.
Well, for the Bills end?
Well, actually, and the Steelers end, but you are right, yes.
Yeah, they didn't. They definitely didn't. By the time the second half was going on, though, there's just I didn't want to take any shots at the defense because it's well they've done their job for 3 quarters. I mean, how much
really
longer
can they do?
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, no. Last year Pittsburgh blitzed us. Blitz us. Here we go. The Bills fan. Oh, sweet. That's how they were trying to get in Josh's head a little bit, trying to get to Josh because they saw other teams do it. The Ravens having success with it, things like that. But this time they played dime a lot. They dropped guys into coverage. They had at least 7 guys in coverage just about every time because guess what? The Bills are coming out like they have been wanting to do in 10 personnel. In this case, it's 0 personnel.
Yeah.
And they're going 5 wide, and they're going to just let Josh rip it. Well, here's the problem. you still need 2.5 seconds to throw a ball.
Should have had 11 or 10 personnel.
I thought they probably should have, in the second half, the adjustment for me would have been, it's 11 personnel, it's 12 personnel. I'm going to invite more defenders into the box.
Right.
Right. I'm going to not let them take a blanket coverage anymore. I'm going to only have 3 wide receivers, and I'm going to rely on them to get open on their own without giving all these options to Josh. That's where I thought the biggest mismatch in the game plan was, which is no adjustment from Brian Dable. Stop giving him all the kudos in the world, because guess what? He is human, and he owned up, and he said today that he made a mistake.
Yeah.
But on this particular play, it's just great defense. And I was telling Matt before we hit record that I was like, I found myself, being just like in awe of, and like not wanting to be as a Bills fan, but like, God dang, this defense is good.
Yeah. No, for sure. So let's listen, watch this play unfold, and then we'll bring it back and break it down.
Rush coming. Allen steps up, runs into
I love that swim move from Watt. That little shoulder dip.
Yeah.
That was pretty impressive.
That's what he can do, man. That's that bending the edge. That's, a quick twitched pass rusher like that can do.
For sure. Yep, and they get to him, and yeah, that's the play. Am I too far forward? No, I'm not. Am I? 10:41. I think that's right.
A lot of short passes today for Buffalo. Let's see if they loosen things up. 2nd and 6.
I was.
The previous play.
Knocked away. Pierre.
9-10. That's what it was. Okay, 9-10.
Sanders should have caught that.
Yeah, he should have. That was a bad drop. So, all right. So, what are we looking at personnel-wise?
Yeah, 0.
Oh, we already said 0 personnel.
0 personnel coming out. They got trips right, and they have Stephon Diggs on the top of your screen there. He is the X, and you have Cole Beasley in the slot. Gabriel Davis lined up next to him. McKenzie is lined up far out wide. It is a little.
They're not even
unique.
looking at him. The cornerback's not even looking at McKenzie.
Yeah. So one thing that I was telling Matt, and it's what I heard other people saying, and until I started watching some clips, I didn't fully realize it because it's hard to catch it in game, like real time on first watch. But they're bracketing Stephon Diggs. That's a new term we haven't talked about yet.
No, we have not.
So bracket coverage. Bracket coverage means you can run a man on Diggs where it's his man, but then you also have a safety that is purposely lining up over top to limit any over the top. But it's literally his job to make sure Diggs doesn't beat them.
Okay.
So it's not just, take a safety and put him over top to take any deep shots away. No, they're literally forcing Diggs to, you can catch the ball, but you're only going to catch it here, and you're only going to catch it for this many yards.
Right.
So
okay.
It's what you got to do to some of the elite wide receivers.
For sure, and we all know that Diggs is at that point.
Yeah.
So, all right, let me know when you want me to stop.
Mm-hmm. And stop. And right here, the only guy that looks like he's doing his job is the left guard.
Yep.
He has Heyward. I guess Dawkins is doing all right against
Somebody's
Melvin
not
Ingram.
touching. Who's that? Is that the center? Is that Mitch Morse? Who hasn't touched anybody?
Mitch Morse does not have a hand on anyone yet. He had an okay game.
Yeah.
He gets a C. Where the rest of the line basically all got D's and F's. But yeah, it's what you already pointed out. TJ Watt is bending to that 45-degree angle. He is dipping his right shoulder underneath the pass block attempt from
He got lower.
Darrell Williams. And yeah, he's gonna really force Josh to have to step up here. And then it's on the rest of the defensive linemen to kind of hold their own and just not let Josh get out.
Right. Here, let me play that one more time because I didn't have the on the video part. I didn't have it all set to go. Let's see. Shame on me. All right.
Rush coming. Allen steps up, runs into a wall. Cameron Heyward. And the play is whistled dead.
Yeah, Cameron Heyward, after most of the game destroying everything, actually gets stood up and just, is a stalemate, But it works because Josh looks to escape, and there's no room to escape.
No,
because-
they boxed him in pretty good. Yeah, Watt got him from behind. Yeah, really good. And Josh, it was good awareness on Josh's part to kind of move forward when Watt. Watt didn't cut the corner hard. Let's see. He cut it pretty hard, but yeah, they give. I mean, that's
Could have called holding.
very easily could have called holding. If 3 people, look at they're blocking the other dude in the back too.
Yeah. Yep.
Right over there. It's 2 people blocking him in the back. So he comes forward, and then Heyward he has the advantage. Right? He pushes him in and just wraps him up, and Josh isn't going anywhere.
Allen steps up, runs into a wall. Cameron Heyward.
Is that Feliciano? Yeah, it's John Feliciano.
Yeah, he was playing the left guard. He's the one that actually picks up Heyward. But I like Josh Allen trying to stiff arm Heyward. Did you catch that at the end?
I did catch that a little bit.
Like, all right, dude. Like we all watched you stiff arm Kyle Van Noy into the turf last year, and it was awesome. But it's a slightly different animal.
A little bit
there.
different animal.
Yeah.
All right. So let's take another look at this. Here comes the blitz. Beautiful swim move by T.J. Watt.
Allen steps up, runs.
And Heyward just he just a little tap, and he gets enough separation from Feliciano, right? That is Feliciano. To get right in Josh's face, and that's it. He wraps him up, and they blow the whistle dead wisely, because that could have gotten very, very ugly.
Yep. Finally, he's getting franchise quarterback treatment from the refs.
Yes. Yes. I really like that move from TJ.
It's great.
It's very smooth.
Yeah.
Rush coming. Allen steps up, runs into a wall. Cameron Heyward.
Too good.
And
there were great clips of Melvin Ingram having
Ingram got it a little bit before.
Yeah. He hit Deion Dawkins with a spin move that was nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big struggle from the offensive line.
Sure was. But that's it, everybody. That's our film room for this week. Of course, next week we'll be back with some week 2 goodness, 2 offensive plays, 2 defensive plays.
319, 399, hut. 3-3.
Yeah, spot.
Blue 58.